collecting trash. He has a writer and a doctor for daughters and a manager for a son, but he lives off someone else's junks. He grew up in poverty, getting used to taking a loan to pay for his study and his food. Thrift shop was his go-to place when he needed money to carry on, and his parents were too busy feeding their other 10 children. Because he grew up being a poor boy, he knew what it truly meant to own something, to appreciate what's acquired through hard work. Unfortunately, the strong bond between him and his desire to possess material stuffs is an unbreakable one. Even when he's well off, even after what his children have provided for him, he always craves for things, for taking over them, for not letting go even though they're broken or battered or decaying, or simply changing into trash like the packaging of stuffs in the forms of boxes, plastics, and aluminum foils. He cleans them, piles them neatly by colors, stashes them in the corner of the tiny house he shares with his wife. He just can't stay apart from the things he has consumed. He wants to keep them close and to keep them forever. I heard the wife wailing every other day, begging the old man to throw away all the garbage he has been bringing to their home. Not only does he stack his own trash, he also collects the unused and unwanted items from other households, making excuses that he wants to conduct an experiment with the junks he takes from somebody else's house every day, that those junks are somehow still useful, even if the previous owners won't care less that they throw those away just outside their door, waiting for the dump truck to bring them to the landfill. The wife is under so much stress, I can tell. What is love lasting for decades compared to the burden of having to live with a man who thinks and acts like a beggar, embarrassing his children, his in-laws, and his grandchildren? I think a divorce or at least a separation is bound to happen. Grudge and rage and everything negative a heart can feel is too much to bear even for a spectator like myself. Day by day I can see that it gets worse, especially when the said old man started having hens and roosters for a pet. Feces were all over the blue mosaic patterned pretty floors. From afar I can also smell the poop, and I can't imagine what a burden and a grief it will be for the wife to clean it every day. The tiles were selected carefully. Oh, how she wanted to make their tiny house comfortable to live in, but the old man, who lives like a beggar, just can't live normally and with dignity, even though his children and their social status are requiring him to change and to start having respect towards his surrounding and moreover towards his growingly annoyed and insane wife. I'm so afraid she will snap someday and have brain damage. I heard it happens if someone is under a tremendous stress. I feel sorry for both of them, for the old man who won't admit that he's being sick, that he needs help, that he can't be an irresponsible society and family member like that, and for the wife who has no way out. The old man needs doctors, therapists, appointments, and medications, the things he refuses to take even though a blind person even can see that he's got a problem. His children are beyond embarrassed by what kind of person their father is. They are ashamed, they are humiliated that they wish he'd be gone. I was shocked to hear that, but somehow I could fathom their ways of thinking. We need sanity to live, we need sanity to understand the meaning of life. Lacking sanity and forcing yourself to face the stress will only lead to something fatal like suicide or abandonment. It will burn you out. I'll watch anxiously from my terrace from across the street how their fights grow bigger day by day. I keep their eldest son's phone number in case the situation has got any worse. A few days ago, that son came by and angrily threw away all those boxes, plastics, and woods to the big litter bin in front of his parents' house. They all ended up as one tall mountain of junk and dirt nobody wanted. However, the next morning his father took everything out and started tidying them up, bringing them back to the house that the wife was so relieved to have, even if for one day. It was a failure. The old man can't change. He needs to fight his own demons and he needs help while doing so. In the meantime, I can only watch from the safeguard of my home and my tall fence. I pitied the old man and I purposely ignored the growing number of nail paint bottles in my dresser. I'm afraid to tell my neighbor's son that I also have a problem. I'm afraid of the solution offered. I'm terribly fearful of what will happen to my treasure, to my collection, and to my reputation. A hoarder shouldn't be reporting another hoarder, should she? Even hoarders need solidarity among them.